Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yep.
This time, we're taking a look at the world of language learning. And to help us out, we've got some awesome insights from two English learners named Alex and Jamie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they share a ton of their experience and advice on their own podcast. And we're going to be pulling out some of the best bits for you. So whether you're trying to brush up on your Spanish or maybe dive headfirst into Klingon, I think you'll find this deep dive pretty fascinating.
I love that idea. I've always wanted to learn Klingon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this will give you some tips.
Yeah.
But what really struck me about Alex and Jamie's advice was how practical and down-to-earth it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
They weren't just talking about theory. You
Yeah.
know? They were sharing what actually worked for them,
Yeah.
which I think is so valuable.
Yeah, that's gold.
Yeah, especially for anyone who's actively going through that language learning process.
For sure.
So let's jump in and meet Alex and Jamie. So they both host a podcast that's specifically designed to help others learn English. But what's interesting is they both started their English journeys at different points in their lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Alex actually started at 14,
Okay.
while Jamie was only 10 when he started.
Wow. So they have very different perspectives then.
Yeah, I think so. And right off the bat, it kind of busts that myth that there's like a perfect age to learn a new language.
That's a good point. A lot of people get hung up on that.
Totally. And it highlights that everyone's language learning journey is unique.
Right.
It's not about when you start,
Yeah.
It's about finding the methods and resources that actually click for you,
Exactly.
regardless of your age.
Yeah.
Now, both of them did face their fair share of challenges along the way. For Alex, he really struggled with vocabulary early on,
Oh, yeah.
which, let's be honest, can feel like hitting a brick wall when you're first starting out.
It's so overwhelming.
Yeah, it's like staring at a page full of hieroglyphs,
100%.
But Alex's experience really just reminds us that vocabulary acquisition, it's a gradual process.
Yeah, you have to be patient with yourself.
Totally, instead of getting discouraged, right? It's better to focus on building a solid foundation and then expanding it over time.
I like that.
Yeah. Now, Jamie had a different hurdle to overcome.
Oh.
He had a real fear of speaking.
Oh, that's so common, though.
Yeah, I think a lot of people experience that because putting yourself out there in a new language can be so vulnerable,
Right.
especially when you know you're going to make mistakes.
It's terrifying.
So did he have any strategies for overcoming that fear?
He did. He talked a lot about the importance of finding a supportive community.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, people who will encourage you to practice without judgment. And it sounds like he actually found some friends or maybe some language partners who are willing to patiently converse with him and help him build his confidence.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah, it's a great reminder that the right people can make such a difference.
Yeah, for sure. Now, speaking of making things fun, Jamie found a really clever way to immerse himself in English. He watched movies and TV shows.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, who doesn't love a good movie night?
Right.
But it's also a sneaky way to pick up the language.
Yeah, I guess it's like passive learning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that passive learning, it does need to be combined with some active practice too.
So maybe watch with subtitles and then try rewatching segments without them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or maybe even focus on some specific phrases that you want to learn
Right.
just to make it a bit more active.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's easy to get caught up in the entertainment and forget that we can actually actively extract learning from those experiences.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Alex actually seemed to agree with that active approach. He's a huge advocate for reading English books.
Oh, yeah. Reading is great.
Yeah, it's such a powerful tool for language learning
Yeah.
because it exposes you to a much wider range of vocabulary, different grammar structures, and even cultural nuances.
Yeah, it's hard to replicate that with other methods.
Totally. Plus, a good book can just transport you to another world,
That's true.
which adds a whole other layer of enjoyment.
Totally.
And in today's digital age, both Alex and Jamie are also big fans of leveraging online resources.
Oh, of course. There's so much out there now.
Yeah, there are tons of apps and websites. Have you found any that you think are particularly effective?
I have actually.
Oh, yeah.
There's some spaced repetition software like Anki, which is amazing for memorizing vocabulary.
Really?
Yeah, and language exchange platforms are great too for finding conversation partners.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really amazing how technology has opened up so many possibilities for personalized learning.
I know, it's incredible. But amidst all the techniques and resources,
Yeah.
both Alex and Jamie really emphasize one key ingredient for success:
And what's that?
daily practice,
Ah, yes.
even if it's just for a few minutes at a time.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, consistency is key in any skill development, but especially language learning.
Yeah, our brains tend to forget information we don't use regularly, so regular practice helps to combat that forgetting curve
Right.
and solidify what we've learned.
It's like anything you learn, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly.
Now, before we wrap up, I have to share a little fun fact about Alex and Jamie.
Oh, okay. I like fun facts.
Okay, so Alex's favorite English phrase is break the ice.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know, right? And he says it's perfect for navigating those awkward silences in social
Yeah,
situations.
for sure.
And it kind of shows his playful approach to learning.
I like it.
Now, Jamie's favorite word is serendipity.
Serendipity, what a great word.
I know, right? And he loves that idea of unexpected happy discoveries.
Uh,
And it really speaks to the beauty and expressiveness of language, you know, beyond just its functional purpose.
Absolutely.
So to sum it all up, I think we've gotten some really awesome insights from Alex and Jamie's journey.
For sure.
They've highlighted the importance of finding the right approach, embracing those challenges, and of course, the power of consistent practice.
It's all connected.
Yeah, their story really underscores that there's no one-size-fits-all method.
Nope.
It's about experimenting, finding what sparks your joy, and weaving language learning into your daily life
Mm,
in a way that feels sustainable and rewarding.
I love that.
So on that note, I'd like to leave you with a little challenge.
Okay.
Think about your current language learning routine. What's one area where you could experiment with a new technique or a new resource? Maybe inspired by Alex and Jamie's experience? Maybe try a new app? Find a language partner, or even just set a goal to read one page in your target language every single day. Remember, every small step counts.
That's true.